Hello, welcome to the Taking Saturn podcast.
I'm D.
And we got Danny Haddad, lead guitars for Taking Saturn.
Nice.
That was whack.
No, that's good.
Hold on. It's Danny Haddad, guitarist for Taking Saturn.
So you should be like lead and...
I feel like the lead sounds kind of douchebag.
Does it?
Because there's only really one guitar player, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I play guitar.
I mean,
but you're right. But there's no need for
do.
lead anymore. Lead is for like the 80s and 90s. I don't think lead matters.
Exactly.
Who cares? So when you see a CD, if anyone even has a CD anymore,
Right.
you don't like lead. Oh, he's the lead guitar. No one says that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
If I was in a band and there were two guitar players, and I would probably more, I would be like, yeah, I'm the lead guitarist. That's the rhythm guitarist. You know what I mean? But
Right.
you know what I mean. In reality, you know what I mean. You play, but you know what I mean. A lot of times when we're performing, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I totally know what you mean. And plus, like, Taking Saturn is more of a one guitar led band, and so and plus you're the type of guitarist that plays rhythm and plays lead and is able to take care of both departments equally. And
I try to flourish. You know what I mean.
in both.
I try to spread it. I try to spread it out a little bit.
You do.
A little bit.
You do it well.
What helps a lot, to be honestly, what really helps doing that is playing a lot of open strings. You know what I mean, with your like chordings.
Yeah,
If you can,
that makes sense.
like especially when you're in drop D, it's like so much easier.
Yeah, because I mean you can have that back end, drop
Right.
D.
You got the low end, you got the back end, you know what I mean. So it works out really well.
It does. But still, like, some bands need two guitars for that. In our case, we've never really needed a second guitar player.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, I fill in or whatever, but you've been able to always, for the past 10 years, just...
I think we're all beast musicians in this band, so ultimately, like,
Yeah, awesome.
we're good.
Yeah, I think on that department, we're good.
I think every musician that's come and gone from Taking Saturn has been an exceptional musician.
Indeed.
Proud to play with every one of them.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot from every one of them. Mainly drummers.
Yeah. I've learned a lot from our drummers, too.
I mean, those are the only ones that have really came and gone.
Pretty much it's been us three. Besides
So,
that.
I mean, but I mean, yeah. I mean, every drummer I've learned so much from. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And
I was actually like Taking Saturn is really my first like real band. I did a lot of like Arabic music with my dad and like wedding bands and crap. But Taking Saturn was the first band that I joined that was American music. And it wasn't even called Taking Saturn at that time. But
you tried out for other bands, right?
you know what? I did try out for one other band, and they were a little. I don't want to sound like an asshole saying this, but they were a little douchey.
That's fine. I mean,
but they were just trying. They were. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I tried out for one other band, and then we got together. I came through to your house, and just like you said, this is probably how I got the name Storm. It's because
actually I haven't told people that story. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
But pretty much coming to your place to try out, and it was just raining. And I remember every single time I came over, it was like raining.
Yeah.
Which is funny because like it seems like it's raining all the time now.
Yeah.
But I'm not the root cause of it raining all the time now.
Yes, you are. Every time
it's raining everywhere.
It is.
I was in Myrtle Beach. It was raining like crazy. Raining up here like crazy.
Do you like Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, I did. It was nice.
Yeah.
I love Myrtle Beach. When I go to North Myrtle Beach, which is a little bit different. It's probably more where like the families go, and not so much like the partying. But
So it's a little quieter and
Yeah, a little bit more quieter, more crowd oriented. Probably less, a lot less bars. I mean, there are some, but it's not like, it's not like a boardwalk atmosphere.
yeah, like
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to go
Ocean
and party and stuff, you
City.
got to go down to Myrtle Beach. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
if you're trying to kind of have a more calmer environment, calmer vacation, then
Yeah, go where you went.
I would go to North Myrtle Beach.
North Myrtle Beach? Okay.
Which is actually interesting enough, where we stay, pretty much all of like North Myrtle Beach is not really far from actually the border of North Carolina. Surprisingly, I think it's like not even, I don't know. I'm going to be real with you. Probably what I could tell is like 5 miles maximum.
Really?
If that.
From
like the little like the end of the beach where we were,
Mm-hmm.
where it was like staying, it was like, like the beach goes up and then it goes into like, I guess like the inlet, kind of like where the water comes in to go into like the bay side or something.
Yeah.
So once there's like a little cutoff right there, and if I had a boat, I could probably get to North Carolina probably like in, I don't know. It's not even that far. Honestly, I think maybe 5 miles is probably too much. Maybe like 2 miles makes more sense. 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not that far at all.
Oh, so that's like way north up there. Yeah.
It's, I mean, from Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach is probably like a good 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the difference is like driving to like Woodbridge from Annandale.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
I mean, it's a complete. I don't want to say it's a completely different area, but it's like,
Yeah.
there's
You
a
can tell.
difference.
Like you can tell. There's a
Yeah,
difference.
I mean, it's just laid out differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, and you take those trips every year, right? You
know what? I have been taking them every year since Lucas was born.
okay?
I don't know if I'm gonna take it next year, and I wouldn't have taken it this year, but my wife was pregnant, so yeah. But she was really worried about, like, I guess like the Zika, like apparently.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so the doctor was just like, you shouldn't really go to Florida this summer or stuff like that if you're thinking about it. They've had some cases of Zika and whatnot, so
Yeah.
it was just like,
That's pretty bad.
yeah, which. And I mean, it's probably slim chance. I told my wife, it's like, people are having babies down there. What do you mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
It's America, you know.
There's
what I mean?
still babies down there that are being born.
Like, exactly. So I mean, like, it's not, so, but,
Right.
I don't want to stress my wife out when she's pregnant. So whatever she wants to do at this point,
Of course.
But yeah, I would have much rather actually gone to Florida this summer, just to kind of. There's something nice about going down to Myrtle Beach every year or North Myrtle Beach, but, going to pretty much the same area like every year with my kid.
Right.
They see it every year and it's just kind of like something they expect. You know what I mean? Like they're excited to be there. They know what to, the bottom line is this is I don't, it's not that I don't like the beaches around here, but I like warmer water. And Myrtle Beach has a much warmer temperature of water. So, majority of the time when you go in, it's kind of like bath water. You could stay in the water for like quite some time. Whereas I feel like when you go into like Ocean City, Virginia Beach, anywhere, Bethany, you get this like shock factor, and then I don't know, you can't really be in the water. I mean, you can be in the water for a while, but I just feel like you start to get kind of this chill factor.
Yeah, I know. From living down in the South, I could remember it was more warmer water.
Like
It's much more comfortable.
Like, I guess the best way to put it is like I could just lay in the water and just float and just keep like floating, and I wouldn't get cold. But like in Ocean City, I wouldn't do that.
Wow.
Just like lay in the water and just stay like that for like 15, 20.
And just like sprawl out and
just sprawl out and just keep going. You know what I mean? Just let waves kind of like, take me.
Yeah. You just lay there.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then the other factor is like you walk into like Ocean City and I feel like you take like 3-4 steps in and it shit is just like, boom, it's already like the water's already coming up on you right away.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certain beaches that make me feel better than others.
Yeah.
And
I
this-
mean,
and yeah.
you know, but like Ocean City's nightlife is like probably you can't contend with that. I don't think any beach probably can contend with that nightlife because
Yeah,
it's like
it's
killer.
crazy. It is totally crazy. I remember being in my early 20s. We would go to Ocean City and party, and I don't remember the rest. And that should tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a good time.
It is a good
I
time.
almost got arrested at Ocean City.
Storm.
Yep.
I know, right?
Vacationing with my parents.
Oh, I'm thinking you're like down with some friends.
Me and my friend were down there with my parents,
Okay.
and another one of my friends came down there to meet up with us.
Okay.
And pretty much we were like blazing, but we were like not far, you know, we were like on the beach, but like out near the you know how in Ocean City, like you have to kind of walk those like wooden planks to really get out to the beach.
Yeah, I've been down.
Cause it's like, you know, it's all like fake ass beach. So like they just have like this monster fucking playground of like sand before you actually get out to the water.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so they have this long walkway. We were at the end of the walkway, you know, smoking, and this cop rolled up on us, and it was just it was interesting. It was a funny story, but long story short, you know, we got away. You know, I mean, we didn't like run.
Right.
One of my boys that was with my boy that came down there to vacation with me was like, I gotta go take a piss, and then he was like,
You ran?
No. He
Oh,
like
okay.
went to go do that before while we were smoking because he wasn't much of a smoker.
Okay.
And so like when the cop rolled up, it's just like so funny though. When the cop rolled, he was like, yeah. So what do you got going on here, buddy? And he like.
Oh no.
He was like, what do you got there? And so, you know, eventually, like, I mean, he found us and he was like, so where's your little friend, huh? Was that your little dealer? Was that your little dealer buddy? That guy that ran off? It's just like, it's just funny. Man.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, we got off. You know what? The cops are actually really cool up there. They took us up to the boardwalk. One of the one dude and his actual partner they popped us, and they were just like, they threw our shit away. They
Oh, that's very cool.
yeah, they threw it away. They were cool with us, to be
Man.
honest. Made a couple of racial jokes because the boy I was with was like really Arab looking, like super in his, you know what I mean, and his name was real super Arab, and so they kind of gave him a little bit of hard time because the one cop was Jewish, but you know, he was super cool and was like, all right. And my boy had a wallet too. Like when he pulled it out, it was like that wallet from I think it was Pulp Fiction.
Oh, the one that says
It's like badass, bam for some
it's
shit.
the one that it's the one that says bad motherfucker on it.
Yeah, that's the one he has. Okay, so
All right.
he's like, you think you a bad motherfucker, kid?
He looks at his wallet. He's like, "Yep, that's my wallet.
This is you.
This is you."
So yeah, but
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
man.
Yeah, that's.
But we were chilling.
That's cool.
Good times, you know
Good
what I mean?
times. Yeah.
And then, you know.
Yeah. So when you went on these trips, did you take your guitar with you?
No.
No.
Nothing musical. I wasn't so musical through high school. Although I started playing when I was in the 7th. I started playing really from the summer of 5th grade going into 6th grade. That's when I got my first guitar. I had played my brother's. So the real story is this: the kid that lived up the street from me, his older brother played guitar, and I went over to their house one day after school or something like that, and he had this like, I don't know, it was a Yamaha or Fender guitar, I don't remember, but it was an electric guitar, and he plugged it in, and he had like a little Marshall amp with a DS. What's that Boss pedal? A DS1?
The DS1, yeah.
So he had the DS1, and he played. Interesting enough, I don't want to say I'm not a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan. I like Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm actually probably, I don't want to say there was like a rivalry between Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins or something, but
Yeah.
I kind of felt like there kind of was.
There was. I felt that for a little bit.
You felt that, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
did.
I just had this impression that there was. But
or Pearl Jam and Nirvana.
Yeah, I mean, just whatever. There just seemed to be like this kind of, there just seemed like this is kind of like.
And we were like caught in between. We're just like, we love all you guys.
Did they ever like tour together, any of those bands?
I don't know. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, probably would have been like such a powerhouse concert.
Totally.
It would have been like.
I'm sure they have like Lollapalooza or something.
More crucial than the Warped Tour or some shit.
But they like didn't talk to each other, during the tour.
But so like he started playing Zero from Smashing Pumpkins, and it was like, whoa, holy shit! Like lit me up. I was blown away. And the kid across the street, Carl, lives across the street from this boy. Okay. So this kid's name was actually Pat Cicery, and his older brother's name was Dominic Cicery. So these two brothers are like really the ones that kind of actually got me into guitar. The Patrick Cicery is my age, and Dom was like older. I think he was like probably even older than my brother, to be honest. I don't know though. I could be wrong. I have no, to be honest with you, I don't know fucking how old this guy is. but so like but yeah, he played Zero, and it changed my life, dude. It just took me to like the next level. Like I was like, whoa, holy shit, like man, like I just wanted to play guitar. That was it. I had never really, you know what I mean? And I was like, what? And he like did like it was like and it was like
the harmonics. He was like
he had a little bit of I don't know. To be honest, I want to act like he did, but because I was just so blown away. So I want to hope that he did. But,
sure, I want to hope that he did too.
But
that's the coolest part of that riff.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, and he might have, because it's probably not that hard to do. You just barely put your finger on it.
It just slide down. Yeah.
So, I know he probably did, because I was just like, "What?
That's
Holy
awesome.
crap!" You know what I mean? It blew me away, dude. I mean, like I said, I heard it, and so Carl had an acoustic guitar. I had met Carl. We were kind of cool, and I borrowed his acoustic guitar that he had. It was probably like one of those JCPenney brand ones or some shit. It was like a really shitty one, like a Harmony or Horner or something.
I had a Harmony.
Horner or
yeah,
something.
it was one of those, yeah.
So I took that thing to my house, and I was like trying to I was like, can I borrow this, man? And I like took it because he knew how to play Enter Sandman from Metallica, and he was just like showing me, and I was like, damn. But he was like, you could borrow it, I was like, whatever, because he wasn't really playing it. So I took it to my house. I was like starting to like mess around with it, and then I broke a string, and then I got like so like scared or something. So like eventually I didn't know what to do. I was so worried. I kept delaying like returning his guitar and shit. But he wasn't also like really trying to get into it or anything like that.
Right.
Eventually I brought it back to him, and you know what I mean, whatever. Long story short,